On a different subject, promos. Obviously, you do a bit of on the mic here. Do you find that difficult? Because I mean, you could be the best wrestler in the world, but if you can't do promos, unless you're like the likes of the Undertaker, he didn't speak for the first 5 years because he didn't need to. You find that difficult going on the microphone?
I don't know. You could ask me nephew here.
I don't think it's too bad. It's quite easy, isn't it?
Don't know. He's been doing pretty well since he started. He's thinks he's quite good at wrestling, but he's not beat me yet, have you, you little git?
I know I'm better than my uncle.
Who says you are?
I say I am.
Don't you start talking back, little Jimmy.
What are you going to do about it? Look how small you are.
You want to fight? I'll show you who's better. I'll give you some of that. Remember what I told you when you was a kid? Left, right, left, right. Yeah. What he doesn't know is how good a boxer I is.
No, it's quite easy to. Did you find it hard at first to do that, or was it just?
I just fell into most of it, playing about with it. And, like Lewis.
Practice in the mirror as well. A lot of wrestlers do, right?
Yeah. I might just think of stuff, try and improvise.
Yeah.
I find personally it's easier to improvise rather than remember stuff.
From the way you just did that, I'll take it. You're a heel.
Yeah, most of the time, people are going to be the bad guy, the heel.
Yeah.
But it should be more. If the crowd go out and don't like what I'm doing, then I should be the heel. Originally, that's how I was told it was. You went out there, and if the crowd disliked you, then you went with it. It wasn't like you're good, I'm bad. It was if the moves that were done in the ring, as we told the story of the match, that was how the crowd took to who was good and who was bad.
Yeah.
They might change their mind halfway through the match. Yeah. So you'd have to change.
It's like some heels that have been heels a long time, eventually they keep them as heels, but eventually the crowd start liking them anyway, don't they? You've got like Eddie Guerrero, WWE. Kurt Angle was one, he was a heel at the start with. But it sort of changes, doesn't it, as we go along?
Exactly. If I went to I'm from London, if I went up north, people probably ain't going to like me.
No, because you're a southerner.
Yeah. I've seen John go up north, and he's got cheered and he's got booed. You've seen him down in London in his hometown, and he's been cheered and he's been booed.
Yeah.
He's able to. He's a very good wrestler, and he can control in the ring and get the reaction he wants without having to climb a top rope and do a moonsault or any stupid move up the top. And you get other wrestlers come out, try their best to go up the top, do 100 moves, the crowd go up to a certain level but never reach that high again. John comes out, does what he needs to do, wrestles and gets reactions and controls the crowd how he wants. He hasn't eaten out of the palm of his hand. I'd rather be like that than...
It's a skill, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd rather have that skill than being able to do a backflip.
Yeah. Because I suppose once you start getting associated with these high-flying moves, you've got to keep doing them to keep the fans interested as well, isn't it, I suppose? I mean, you've got wrestlers like, all top wrestlers have bad injuries, don't they? Especially the high flyers, Rey Mysterio, he's had trouble, Eddie Guerrero, he had a lot of trouble.
As well with that, you've got to keep topping it as well.
Exactly.
So the audience are going to want more, and you're going to get to a point where you can't do no more. Yeah.
You've got to go a bit higher, you've got to jump through the ropes, flying and stuff like that. That's the Americans. I mean, it sells well. But in British wrestling, you're trying to keep it at the same level as John Paul did, John Ritchie. So it's a good thing.
All the old good guys, Pat Roach, Rollerball Rocco, Giant Haystacks, Big Daddy, they were all characters. They could all do good stuff in the ring, and they could all wrestle.
Do you guys see a future for British wrestling?
There's a future for it, and hopefully it's not going to be a negative future.
You're talking hardcore fans, do you reckon that's what's going to be? Just the hardcore British wrestling fans?
Hope it's going to be, not as in hardcore with weapons, as in hardcore.
Yeah, as in like people who always watch British wrestling and stick to it.
Hopefully we'll break out. I've heard interviews of different like big name wrestlers who said that they ever want to learn something, they used to come to British wrestlers. Kurt Angle came to the Bucket of Blood.
Incredible, that is.
But he was every wrestler.
I saw a video.
He said himself he couldn't believe what a gym this was and how lucky he was to have it. And he said that in his time, if you wanted to learn about something, you went to see a British wrestler. And you know, there's still good British wrestlers about. I'm not talking about British wrestlers that have watched Americans and copied it. They're British wrestlers like Wade Barrett, trained by John Hall. You know, there's still hope for the business.
Magnus, another one?
Yeah, Magnus. Doug, let's say Doug name.
I know you.
Yeah.
Doug
Williams.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams.
Yeah. There's a woman as well. What's her name?
Katie Lee. Cat.
Just the Americans. I've seen John train. I can't remember the guy's surname. Van something. He's a British wrestler. Van. I can't remember his name, but there's a long list of British wrestlers that have trained obviously with John.
Guys that come out of John's gym and he's worked with, like Barry Ryan, Daniel Ills, Paul Burchill. You won't find no better talent that comes out of this gym. It's because they're all proper wrestlers. Barry Ryan, Daniel Ills, Luke, Bradley. They're some of the best talent. The Flying Scotsman. You can't find better talent than you get in this gym. It's not that, because I've been at this gym, I've been to other gyms, but they can go out there and wrestle with people, and they don't have to plan a move by numbers. They can plan they don't have to plan a match, they can go and wrestle. And unfortunately that's something this business is losing.
You're quite young, so you've obviously the history of like world of sport and stuff. You've obviously must have looked back on this, like I have, looking back on the old videos and stuff like that. Is that how you've learnt all about British wrestling, or are you actually a lot older than you actually look?
I've watched back on videos and listened to my superiors at the reunion, at different shows I've been to. I've learned that if I listen to them, I can learn a lot. All I'm doing is repeating, all I'm talking about is stuff that I've heard people say. I'm not the smartest man, I just know that the superior guys, you know, they're the ones who I need to listen to if I want to get to anywhere.
So you go to the wrestlers' reunion every year,
yeah?
We're going there this year, we're going to do some filming there, so hopefully we'll catch up with you again then, and you're going to demonstrate a couple more moves for us in a minute, yeah? Is that right? We've got Lewis and PJ, they're going to demonstrate to us a suplex. Over to you guys. So you two are going to show us a bit of freestyle?
Yeah. It's getting hot.
So this is like Olympic style, yeah? So how would it work? Like points in freestyle, where it's just flipped in, would you get a point?
No, you have to hit behind him like that.